Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday, September 9th, and it's time for What's in the Box. Hopefully, you guys had a wonderful weekend. Thank you for everybody that showed up on Saturday. Saturday was quite a busy day, and it was busy for all of us. I had several friends that went to college football games. I had friends that were traveling to faraway places. I had friends that were traveling to this place to come see me, and hopefully you were able to do what you needed to do and got to where you needed safely. But again, it is time for What's in the Box. A couple quick reminders, as I always tend to start with. This Saturday, September 13th, is the local Crawfordsville Comic and Card Show here in Crawfordsville at the 4-H grounds, supporting the shirt today for today's video, and it's going to be a banger for sure. It's going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing. Not only am I taking over the stage, hosting a kids coloring area. I was informed that there might be some giveaways and freebies that will be donated to me for said event. We will also have Deadpool on site for pictures and handshakes and crisp high fives, as well as Spider-Man throughout the day. So check the listing, check the pages, get all the details on the Crawfordsville Comic Card Facebook page. And let's make this one to remember. I mean, it should be a good thing. Should be a good thing. I've been told that my buddy Froggy Flips has been even advertising it with his connections and telling people to come check out the show. Bunny, who organizes the show primarily, did mention that both buildings are filled. Both outdoor areas are near complete capacity, if you will. And there's going to be 75 plus vendors. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. This is going to be the biggest show that we've ever had. So, because of that, we are definitely throwing down. Again, there's going to be tons to look at, and everybody needs to show up and make this place rock. There's going to be food vendors, just everything. There's going to be absolutely everything. The good thing about the 4-H grounds is should be plenty of parking. The school across the street does have some parking stalls, parking spots available. There's a parking lot behind the school. Now, I'm not telling you to park there because that may be trespassing. However, just know that there's a lot of parking in the area. So, yes, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. This weekend, Saturday, September 13th. If I haven't said it enough before, I am also doing a comic blowout. I'm doing these, the free comic book day bags, right? These things. You can get about 40 or 50 comics in here, roughly 30, 40, 50, depending on the thickness, of course. Fill a bag for $10. Pretty good, right? Fill one of these bags for $10. If you are an avid comic person, which I would imagine most of you are because you're watching this video, subscribing to my page, coming to my store, shopping, short boxes, right? Short boxes, these things. Fill one of those for $35. I know you have some at your house. Bring one, fill it. I will not have any short boxes on hand because that's an additional cost. And I just don't have that many short boxes to give. Anyway, bring a short box, fill it for $35. If you start going through one of the long boxes and you just like what you see inside the long box, feel free to grab the whole long box for $80, and then you can walk away with a long box. If you have a long box, feel free to bring one and then try to fill it. And if you don't quite fill it, then we'll figure out exactly what it would be for the amount that you have filled. Make sense? Okay. So it's going to be a thing. It's a lot going on. Saturday, September 13th. fill a bag, fill a box, buy a long box. Deadpool, Spider-Man, 75 plus vendors, Crawfordsville 4-H grounds. It's a thing. One thing I've failed to mention a couple times in the last few weeks, October 3 through 5 is the Crawfordsville Motocross of Nations. This is going to be a thing. So I'm letting you know that this is going to be happening in Crawfordsville that weekend. It's going to be packed. It's going to be packed. We're going to have lots of international people. I've been told ESPN is going to be here. We'll probably be on the news. Again, it's going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing. They're doing a parade that day on Friday, like 4:30, 5 o'clock. So the street in front of me is going to be blocked off. 231 is going to be blocked off. There's going to be, you can park, a block away and come see me, or a block that way and come see me. But just know it may be a little congested on Friday, October 3rd. But at least it's in the end of the evening. Come see the parade. It's going to be a thing. It'll be fun. It'll be totally fun. I've got a corner booth on Spook Central, and it's going to be packed. There's going to be people lining the streets. The parade is literally coming down Main, cutting in front of me, and going down 231. So they have to wrap around me. And they have to see me. Again, it's going to be a thing, right? Anyway, so that's that weekend. And then, October 5th is also Knights Hall. So that's going to be the next show that I will be at after this weekend at the Crawfordsville show. So October 5th, right? Okay. All right. Ready to start getting into it. I've wasted 7 minutes of your time, giving you up to speed on the shenanigans, albeit it's wee little shenanigans, but it's fun stuff. So this week I'm going to start with something a little different. Just because when you find stuff, you never know what you're going to find. So I'll start with this stuff. Then I've got a short box of goodies, which there are always some goodies there. And then I've got some slabs that I'll showing off. And I'm going to be dropping a little bit of knowledge on something new, something different, something you may not even think about while comic hunting. Usually it's something that you kind of stumble upon. It's not something that you can very easily seek out. It's usually literally like, this is cool, but you can't necessarily seek it because it's hard to be sought, right? Anyway, so if that's not enough of a tease, we'll go ahead and jump in here. So what I found I found a bunch of plushies. So here's an Animal Crossing raccoon guy. I don't know his name. I just dig his shirt because, it's a fancy shirt. It looks like something that I would wear. For you horror fans, here's a little Freddy Krueger, right? Now, what makes this special is it's a dog toy. Little dog Freddy. But you know what? It doesn't have to be a dog toy. It could be a you toy. Maybe you like sitting there, squeaking in the dark, listening, watching Freddy at night. I don't know. It's up to you. Play with it how you want to be played with. This guy, a big O Pikachu. Yes, big O plushie Pikachu. All of these have been washed, cleaned, sanitized. After my findings of them, because nobody likes a dirty plushie, right? Especially one that's smelly and musty. Nobody likes a musty plushie. Here is a Yoda. This is one of those Sensi Yodas. They come with little packs and smelly bits, but it's a Sensi Yoda. Here is a Care Bear. This is a real Care Bear, albeit it is a new Care Bear. It is a 2025 Rainbow Bear, with much love to give, right? Easy Care Bear. And then this was kind of a fun find. I was quite surprised at seeing this where I found it. But it is a Build-A-Bear Olaf. Because everybody likes Frozen and Mr. Carrot knows himself. But it is a Build-A-Bear. Bab. So, if you like Build-A-Bears, if you like Frozen, here you go. So, stocking up on some plushies. And just throwing it out there, holidays are coming around. If there is anything that you want to order from me, remember we can go online and check things out, see what is available. My movie boxes in here. If you are thinking about potentially ordering one for Christmas or for a birthday or whatnot, talk to me. I'm actually thinking about starting a new run of those here soon. So that means I'm going to be in production mode. I think I have 10 that I can make. I know one of them is going to be Spawn with a autographed Michael J. White 8x10 inside of it, which that will be cool. But again, if there's one that you would like to order or have, let me know, and I'll add it to the mix. Otherwise, come in the store, check them out. There's stuff. There's lots of stuff. Okay, so getting on to the comics. As always, try to find cool things, stuff to make you salivate. A nice little chunk of Doctor Strange. That's number 3, number 4, 21, 32, 40, and 42, and 48. 48 is the first meeting of Doctor Strange and Brother Voodoo. If you know who Brother Voodoo is. And then this is kind of cool. Nice little stack of What If comics. There's number 1, number 5. Then it jumps to 14, 21. There's What If Gwen Stacy Didn't Die, right? 24, 25. There's 26, 27, and 28. I know I will have more What Ifs available at some point. This was just kind of a small stack that kind of presented itself in a box that I was going through. And I said, why not? Why not? Let's go ahead and grab them. Instead of waiting for all of them to be done at the same time or find them all at the same time, I was like, meh. Okay. Next little stack. I have most of the full run already, albeit the number 1 sold initially, but I have a new number 1. That is Moon Knight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 6. I believe it's a solid run. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12, and then 13, right? Now this one, I'm going to set aside for later. That one actually came out of my personal collection. I'm going to be keeping number 13, but you wonder why. Why, you say? It looks like the regular Daredevil crossover. Well, it is, but it's special to me. It's special to you. Master of Kung Fu, number 21, 23, and number 24. Again, I found a solid chunk of these. I just haven't got to them yet. Shang-Chi is popular, and having a near full run is good. It's a good thing. Now this, several fans are going to be, I know I'm going to get messages on these almost immediately. These will all be for sale. It's definitely a thing. Are you ready? Godzilla number 1. So this book has been climbing in value for the last year or so. Godzilla is becoming more and more popular than it ever has been. All the series that are getting released, all the crossovers being released, Godzilla is at the forefront of a lot of collectors and a lot of people, a lot of people's efforts. So this is the 1970s run of Godzilla. There's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 8. It's a hard series to find. This is actually in pretty high grade condition. I put it in an 8.5. So got a couple spine ticks, but not anything super crazy. Has like one spine tick and like a crimp. So the crimp can be pressed out. The spine tick obviously is a spine tick. It is color breaking, but the crimp can be pressed out and you'd be just fine. But yeah, Godzilla. Yeah, that should be enough to make people really want to salivate. How about Black Panther number 2, Jungle Action 12, Jungle Action 13, and then how about Captain Marvel 36, 46, and 56, right? Some cool stuff. And then this is actually pretty cool. I was pretty happy to find this in the collection that I acquired, especially with all you Swiftie fans out there that have been speculating forever. Unfortunately, the speculation did not come to fruition, which we all kind of knew that. But some of those were capitalizing on the FOMO mentality and the speculation mentality, and it obviously did not happen. But Dazzler, 2 number 1s, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. A full 10-issue run of Dazzler with 2 number 1s. So if you need a 1 through 10, I got it. If you need a number 1, I got it. Let's see. Most of this I've had in the back usage already. Let's see. 1, 2, 4. So there's no number 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. No 13 either. Somebody didn't like the number 3. But this is the Amazing Adventures of X-Men. This is the reprint of the original run. So this got printed in the 79 is when number 1 was printed. So it got went up through the 80s. Not to be confused with the reprints that Marvel did in the original run. Because if I remember correctly, somewhere in the 70s, they started reprinting like the earlier issues. So there's 2 books titled Along Came a Spider, which is where they interacted with Spider-Man, had a crossover in the X-Men series. There's 2 of those. There's 2 of the Frankenstein issues. There's 2 of the Cobalt Man issues. I mean, there's, it's duplicates, right? But this is the first official kind of reprint of the series, which, so like I said, there's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is a reprint of number 4. So a lot of people look for this one just by itself, because number 4 is very hard to find. This is the first appearance of Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Mastermind, and Toad, I believe. So let's see, that was number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, right? 12, I skipped a number in there. It's something like that. Again, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. I didn't have number 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. So I missed that initially. Error on live video. Deal with it. This is another fun series. Commandy, which was illustrated by Jack Kirby. Kind of a lead-in, tie-in to some of that Fourth World stuff that he did. So let's see. This is 21, 24, 25, 39, and 40. So later issues in the run, but Commandy's cool. Everybody likes Commandy, right? Let's see. Kazar, 5, 7, and 12. Some cool Khazar stuff. This one is volume 1. These are volume 2s of the Khazar series. Let's see. Let us see. How about Marvel Premiere? So Marvel Premiere had a lot of first appearances. They kind of used it for their namesake. This is like the 3rd appearance of Iron Fist or something like that. So there's number 17. Number 20, number 30, 45, and a Black Panther, number 53. And then Strange Tales, 176 and 177. Some cool, older Silver Age stuff, my friends. Astonishing Tales, 3 and 27. So this is a Doctor Doom crossover. This is the origin of Deathlock, not to be confused with the first appearance of Deathlock. This is the origin. So they actually go into the making and storytelling of Mr. Deathlock. This is a really cool series. I was happy to see these. When Journey into Mystery transitioned into Thor, they lost that title. They lost the namesake, and then they transitioned to a volume 2. And so here's Journey Mystery number 1 and Journey Mystery number 2 from the volume 2 series. So early issues, clearly. How about some horror stuff? You guys want to see some horror stuff? I think you want to see some horror stuff. But we will start with GI Combat. So 180, 181, 199, 220. And then here's an Army at War, Sergeant Rock, 292. So war stuff and Sergeant Rock, Sergeant Fury, all that stuff has been heating up for a number of years now. Getting harder and harder to keep in stock. Kind of hard to find, really. Vault to Evil, 16. Chamber of Chills, number 18. Ghosts, number 24. And Ghost, number 81. I love this cover. I think it's fun. Kind of creepy. Yeah. How about a couple Howard the Ducks, number 9 and 31. So you guys saw that cover over the weekend when I was going through and grading them. I laughed. I absolutely laughed. I was like, that is so ridiculous. Let's see. I'm going to skip some of this random stuff. This one's fun. Voyage of the Deep. Voyage to the Deep, number 1. Weird War Tales, 85 and 18. A lot of people looking for Weird War stuff. Again, tying in with the war books. Those of you that are familiar, here's Leave It to Beaver. Apparently this is thought to be one of the missing color classic stories, or 4-color stories, if you guys know what 4-color is. Maybe that'll be a subject of a video later on. But here's a 4-color Leave It to Beaver. Let's see. Here's an old Marvel Tales, number 6. It's well loved, but it reprints Spider-Man number 9, which is the first appearance of Electro, an early Loki book, and Tales to Astonish looks like the first appearance of Wasp in the book. Let's see. How about Knight Rider number 6? Again, some older Silver Age stuff. Two Gun Kid. For those of you that are into Westerns and into Marvel, Two Gun Kid. Nice crossover. This is actually fairly important. Fantasy Masterpiece number 4. Silver Surfer. So, we saw this book on a video a couple weeks ago. This is a classic cover. Hard to find. High dollar if you find it in, really in any condition. The 3.5 that I have, I think valued at like $400 or something. So it's a thing. But this is a cool reprint. This is a hole filler. If you ever need a hole filler, still represents the book on a holistic scale. It is a reprint copy, but it is a beautiful book nonetheless. Still kind of hard to find because it is what it is. Again, more war books. Boy Commandos #1. What is this? The Young Rebels. Looks like it's captured from a 60s TV show. Sergeant Fury, #85. OMAC, #1. Those of you that like OMAC, Kirby, and Fourth World stuff. How about Mystery in Space, #99. Old Superman. Let's see. Brave and Bolds. Ooh, this one's kind of fun. The Shadow. For those of you that like The Shadow. Classic books there. Let's see if I have anything else. The rest of it's just kind of hit and miss. A couple Flash books, couple action comic books, all of which are Silver Age stuff. So if you're curious, PM me. I'll let you know what Flash books there were. But this is the bulk of it. That is the majority of the good stuff. You know, again, I always like trying to find cool things. You know, some of this stuff is what people are asking me for, so I want to make sure to put it in the video so they get a chance to see it when it's ready. You know, here again, there's the Godzilla. I know several of you are going to be hitting me up on that. Faux show. By the way, how many of you out there would love to see like an Eminem, Dre, Snoop Dogg concert? They've been hinting at that and speculating on that for a number of years. My wife and I would love the opportunity. Never seen Eminem. Only been to one rap concert, saw Snoop Dogg, and he was singing only half of it, which was kind of lackluster. But I'll say that he was definitely up in smoke, if you know what I mean. Now, to do a little education bit before we get to the slabs, right? Because I know you guys want to see the slabs. But I want to show off that Moon Knight book, right? Now, you look at this, and you say, that looks like your average Moon Knight number what? Number 13, right? Daredevil crossover. So, much like what we talked about with the Mark Jewelers before, Mark Jewelers usually show up in a newsstand copy, have the Mark Jeweler insert. So again, you have to open the book to find out, right? Well, this is not a Mark Jeweler, right? We're not going to spend more time on that. We'll save that for another day when we get some more Mark Jewelers in. What makes this one cool, and again, this isn't something that you can just tell outright, right? Looks normal, looks the same. What makes this one cool is that it is an error book, okay? It is what you call a double cover copy, right? Now, there are triple cover copies out there that exist. Essentially what this is a binding error during manufacturing. So they get the cover, they get the pages, somehow one of the covers sticks to the other cover when it's being inserted, it gets clipped, and lo and behold, you have what's called a double cover, right? Now, the same argument is applied, much like other comic errors, Mark Jeweler variants even. So that's the back, just so you guys can see that it's exactly the same, right? Does this make the book more valuable? To the right person. You can sit here and have the argument with people. You know, it's the same book. It's the same thing. Is it worth more? Arguably, yes. How much more? Arguably, I don't know. It's really up to whatever you think that you can value it at, and it's always a negotiation topic, right? Now, for me, when I valued this, a 9.4 on this book goes for about 20 to 25 bucks, right? This is a high grade book, which I'll even get to that here in a second. I just doubled the price, right? 50 bucks. I put 50 bucks on the book as a double cover. It has some significance to it, you know, classic cover and whatnot. But ultimately, you know, will I get 50 bucks for it? I don't know. I have no idea. Would I take a little bit less for it? Maybe. if you catch me on the right day, or negotiate or trade or something along those lines. But that's where I would start, right? Roughly double. There are people out there that if I were to advertise this, they would snatch it up in a heartbeat. Especially with it being Moon Knight and Daredevil, it's going to have a wider demographic on the book. And then Air books, people like to collect unique things. People like to collect the oddball stuff. Mark Jewelers, double covers, sometimes even misprint books. People will snatch that stuff up just to have something unique, right? But again, when it comes to value, it's really up to whatever you can negotiate. Now, as grading is concerned, some of you may be looking at this and asking, will CGC or CBCS grade it? Yes, they will grade it. Now, when it comes to grading, what they do is they actually grade the inside cover. Weird, huh? Well, the reason being is because the outside cover almost acts like a dust cover, right? That's the way they kind of look at it. And they will grade the book based on the actual, like, what is touching the pages, essentially, is the best way to look at it. So the front cover could have scribbles and marker and all kinds of stuff on it, and the inside could be pristine. You could essentially rip off the outside cover, send in the book still as is, and then still get your 9.4. So again, that's the way they look at it. The inside cover is touching the pages, touching the book. That is the book. The outside is just essentially a wrap or a dust cover. So that gives you a better opportunity to get a higher grade on the book because the inside book isn't getting marred. It's not getting, there's no surface scuffs. There's no, crayon or marker or whatever on that inside cover. Now, of course, you're still going to have, spine ticks and bends and creases and stuff that can still transfer through the book, right? So again, the outside, you can have a color breaking spine tick, but on the inside, you open it up and it's not color breaking. It's just a crimp. So again, the outside can act like as a protectant of some kind. So if you send something off like that to CGC, you will get the grade based on the inside cover, and then on the notes of the slab, it'll actually say double cover. So that way, your collectible is notated on exactly what it is. And again, if you want to use that as a negotiation tactic and pass that on to the next person and tell them it's a double cover, then it's notated and you can negotiate accordingly, right? Yes. So, yeah, if you didn't know that was a thing, it's a thing. I have several double covers, just kind of going through the ages of collecting. Again, it's not something that you can easily find. It's usually something that you discover, like that one. I remember pulling it out of the box and it was just kind of like, huh, cool, didn't know. And it just went into a bag and board and went straight into my collection. So, anyway, check your books. You never know. You may have got one before and forgotten about it. Didn't think it was a thing. Well, it's a thing. Everything's a thing, right? Now, onto the slabs. So I'm going to start off with some of the things that came back from customers of mine that, are well-deserved to have their stuff showcased and awed over. This one being Fantastic Four Volume 2, Number 1. A buddy of mine got it autographed by Mr. Paul Walterhauser, which happened to be Mole Man in the last Fantastic Four movie. So you can see his signature right there, if I can get the glare off. And then there's Mole Man right there, right? So that was pretty cool. Came back in 9.4. Definitely not anything to sneeze over. This one, Infinite Crisis number 3. Autographed by, Zolo Maldana. So the guy that played Blue Beetle in the Blue Beetle movie. So this came back an astounding 9.8, which is something to be proud over, because usually when books are handled, especially for signings, the people handling them don't always handle them graciously. So to get a 9.8 on a book is pretty cool. This is a independent series that they did some fun covers for. This is Daughters of Eden, #1, signed by Jamie Tyndall. This came back in 8.5, which both the customer and I were a little upset about, because it says that there is corner damage on this, but it's a freaking metal cover, man. I mean, how do you have corner damage on a metal book? I don't know. I don't see anything. So for them to get an 8.5, little upset. But still, it's a very pretty book. Very pretty cover. Again, signed by Jamie Tyndall. He's the one that did the Jay and Silent Bob Batman 423 covers recently. That came out a few weeks ago. This one, the Wolfman #1, or no number rather. It was just a kind of a one-shot kind of deal. But yeah, 1964. This is the second printing of the book. Came back at 3.5. Super cool, especially for horror fans. To follow that up, you have The Mummy, which is from 1962. Also got a 3.5. So even though they're low grade, it's fun when they all kind of get the same grade. Like, for example, I have Fantastic Four, 48, 49, and 50, that are all like 3.5s. So, again, kind of low grade, but when they all match, it feels like it's a set. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. This one, the customer and I laughed pretty hard at it. So this is Action Comics, 252. This is the first appearance of Supergirl. So this is a very, very significant book. This got a 0.5. The book is pretty rough. I mean, the cover's hanging on by a thread. But why it got a 0.5 is because it said it was incomplete. So it was missing the last page, which I guess the last page is a Hamburger Helper ad. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe he was just, demeaning the final note on it. But regardless, it's still a 0.5. It sells for still quite a bit. I mean, it is a first appearance of Supergirl after all. People will gobble it up. I mean, it's a hard book to find. This one's pretty rad. This is Tales of Suspense #57. This got a grade of a 3.0. This is the first appearance and origin of Hawkeye. So, classic cover. Obviously a very prominent and historic figure. Hawkeye being... but yeah, so this got sent off by a customer of mine. Came back at 3. Pretty cool. Now, on to my stuff, quote unquote. The first one is mine. It was a personal submission. So I kind of alluded to the fact that I just had a 48, 49, and 50, all kind of in the 3 range for grades. I went ahead and sent off my Silver Surfer #1. This came back a 4.5. Pretty rad. I wanted to kind of keep all my Silver Surfer stuff together and get it slabbed. I have all of them have the Fantastic Four logo on the top. So it's called a custom label for those of you that didn't already know. So to have again, kind of a set of Silver Surfer stuff, first appearance, origin, classic cover, #1, all kind of right there. And then I even have the Silver Surfer #4 slabbed and a #3 slabbed. 3 is Mephisto, 4 is the Thor cover that we saw earlier in the video. So it's a thing. I like Silver Surfer. I like X-Men. I like Silver Surfer too. Now this one is going to be up for sale. This I found in a collection. Thought it was pretty cool. Given the kind of a happenstance that just happened recently. This is Warriors of Plasm #1, kind of a no-name book, but it is autographed by Jim Shooter. Mr. Shooter actually wrote this story, so it's kind of a cool book. He just passed, what, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. Like I said, right around the time that I discovered this in the collection. So I thought it was very humbling to kind of find that, given the timing. And I was like, that's got to get slabbed. Jim Shooter was a legend kind of his time. You should research him. I guess he was a bit of a jerk, but that doesn't overshadow his impact, especially to the comic community. I mean, he was cool when I met him. Very nice guy. Had a lot of impact on Marvel Comics and comics in general. So to have anything by him and signed by him is cool. It's very cool, especially since he wrote that book. So it's even more, more of an item. You know what I mean? And last but not least, I like X-Men. X-Men #1. This is the connecting cover. So this is #1 of the connecting covers. The next one being the Colossus cover, and then the Wolverine Cyclops cover, and then the Magneto cover. But this is a 9/6 #1, which is a very good grade, but it is also autographed by Mr. Chris Claremont, which is the legendary writer of X-Men, known for all of his, X-Men '94, Giant Size X-Men, the Phoenix Saga, just all of it. So, again, he is very much a legend in the X-Men community, and this is signed by him. So, if you are an X-Men fan, this is definitely can be a cornerstone piece for your collection, just because it is what it is. So, but that's the last slab. So that's it for my video. We're running into 42 minutes. I feel like these videos are getting longer, but when I start dropping knowledge on stuff like double covers, I feel like it might be worth your time, especially if you didn't already know about it. And now you know, because knowledge is power, right? The more you know. Okay, you guys have a good day. Tomorrow is New Comic Book Day. Saturday is the big event. Put it on your calendar. Set a reminder for the day before. Do not forget it. Be here. Do it, please. It'll be lots of fun, especially if you have the kiddos. It'll be a thing. Okay. All right. You guys enjoy your day. I'll talk to you guys later. Excelsior.